So here is the clearing job that the 313 is on. The guy just had all this cut, and they hauled out what they wanted to and left the tops, of course. And what I got to do is come in and pile all this up and burn it. Get most of it gone as I can. We're not going to stump it right now. May do that later on. What he's going to do is turn this into a pasture for his to wean his calves, or calving pen, more or less. But like there's some big stumps in here. There was some good hardwood timber that come out of here, a lot of white oak. But what I'm going to do is, like, kind of this area, I'll just pile this here, then right in here, there, and then there. I'll have several piles throughout here, and then that standing timber that's what's left, I'm going to take a lot of that down too. It's just mostly small stuff, not big enough to, wasn't even big enough for pulpwood. So I just got to do this most economic and cost-friendly way possible, because it'll probably be done in like stages, more or less. So probably be a lot of time lapsing on this one, and because it's just going to be me gathering stuff up and piling it up. I'll probably try to work everything towards that valley and burn it down in there. And it's been raining. We got a good rain last night, and I don't know how wet it is down in there. So I know I come looked at this job a couple months ago and it was pretty wet down in there, but it's been really dry, so maybe it won't be too bad. I can see water standing down in there, so I'll have to be careful. So anyway, let me get to stacking and piling and see what we can do. I know I said that we just had some rain, but I figured this ground would be even wetter than it is, but I can dig down a foot and it's powdery. The only thing that this don't help is me skating on top of the ground where it's slick on the very top here. The ground's still hard as a rock. I think what's going to be aggravating on this job is just the little standing timber that's still left. That's kind of in my way of some of the piles. It's like I got to move the whole pile just to get to the standing trees. What I'm not going to do is waste a bunch of time fixing these stump holes that I dig up like this one. I'll just kick the dirt around and move on. Just like that. Most of it has. Some of it he just finished up. But I know it was back in the summer whenever I first came and looked at it. So a lot of it has been on the ground for a few months, so it should burn pretty good. Thing is, the guy that logged it, he didn't have a dozer in here pushing up a bunch of dirt and stuff, so that should help a lot as far as getting this stuff gone. Or like the piles that's already here, kind of, I shouldn't have to really do nothing but kind of push it up a little and throw a match to it. I'll figure it out as I go. It's kind of, first look at a job like this, it may seem a little overwhelming, but you just kind of have to look at it in stages. Which we ain't been but about 2 weeks ago, and we had a burn ban. I think most states did, but which we needed a couple good steady rains. I think it's supposed to be clear the rest of the week until next week sometime. Down through here, just keeping these little piles as I'm going. You can see I'm not just kind of taking things kind of where it's already piled up. That way I'm not just tracking a whole lot. Just kind of consolidating everything. I think that's going to be the best or most economical way to get the majority of it gone anyway for the money allotted. So there'll probably be a lot of time lapsing on here. We'll see. So I just been in here working away. Kind of got these two piles cleaned up and cleared a little bit of that tree line. It's kind of where I started. Just come down through here. That's a big tree. Kind of made my way down around in there and piled that up a little bit. I'll take all this and set it right there. I'm not going to waste my time on the little stuff. Not right now anyway. A lot of this stuff, it's been on the ground so long that it's pretty well rotting out, and I know by next spring and next summer a lot of this stuff will just kind of disintegrate. And it's pretty soft down in here. I got this little pile going. But what I'm doing is I'm just kind of whatever I can reach, and once I get far enough away from the pile, I'll kind of start me a new pile. So it's actually going, our old stump hole's already filled up with water. What I may do is whenever I get all this out of the way and kind of see what's going on down here, is I'll fix this ditch line. That way water ain't just gonna stand everywhere. Like I said, I'm just kind of going down through here. Once I get so far away from the pile, I'll start my new one like this. I'll take all that and start another pile, but these little scraggly trees I'll take down and get them out of the way. So this will kind of help this kind of start drying out. You can see it's just kind of been laying in the water here, and which that right there should burn really good. Like I said, it's been down on the ground for several months, and the trees are almost too brittle, but they're kind of just right also, because when I grab them, I can, like even the bigger logs that are still on the ground, I can they're breaking apart really easy. So only bad thing is when they do just bust to pieces, it just leaves a lot on the ground. But then again, like I said, this spring and summer, all that stuff will just deteriorate into nothing, and there's no sense in wasting time with it right now when I can spend the money on bigger stuff. So I'm gonna go grab something to eat, hungry, and then I'll be back. Making my way on down through here. That's the fence row, and it's got barbed wire all in there. I guess that's when they dropped the trees, they dropped it on the fence. I don't know if it's any good or not, so stuff just don't want to stay together. It's disintegrating. What would really help is when I get done, just to take a tractor and run a disc over everything, but it's going to have all these stumps, so that's kind of out of the question. I guess what I do as soon as I get done and get out of here is fix the fence and hurry up, just put a bunch of goats in here and let them do their thing, keep everything eaten down until he gets his cabin operation the way he wants it. So he just puts livestock in here, that'll help a lot. Start another pile right in here. Seems to be going pretty good, I guess. This in here is where they had a lot of tree tops. I don't know what those metal things are. Like old chicken coops or something. I don't know. And too, it'll really start looking a lot better once these piles get to burning down, out of the way. It ain't gonna really look like I've done a whole lot until they start disappearing. Probably do this one more day tomorrow. Well, the rain kind of messed me up on finishing the house grading project, because I gotta do just a little bit more back dragging from where I moved some stuff around. I've been moving equipment and that stuff took 3 trips just to get all my attachments back home. Things didn't work out like I wanted them to, or like I thought they would, and it kind of messed me up. And I should have just put everything on the semi and the low boy and done it all in one trip, but things happen. With it. It finally turned off pretty cool. It's about 40 degrees out there right now. To be up about the low to mid 50s the rest of the week, so I don't think anything's really going to dry out that much, unless the wind's been blowing, so that'll help. People's dragging their feet, and I gotta call and remind and call and remind. About to fire my cat salesman. I think I'm about to just swap to Komatsu. See how they like that. I'm just kidding. Maybe. Tell you what, a caterpillar filler don't get a grip. It was already more expensive than everybody else. I know I'm done buying stuff for a while. I may lose everything I got, but prices have gotten just absolutely stupid. Nobody's worried about small business anymore. It's just corporation. If you ain't a corporation or whatever, then we're spending millions and millions a year. You just ain't thought about it. That's the way it's always been. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep grabbing and keep piling. Alright y'all, I've just been out here pedaling around. It's done got dark on me. Of course it wants to get dark at 2:30 in the evening, so I'm going to grab this last little treetop here and pile it up behind me. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get me a path around to the back side of this big pile right here. You can see this is going to be a pretty good chunk. What I want to do is get around to the back side of it. I'm up next to the fence line. Basically right here in front of me, but I got so much stuff laid down I can't get around it. And when I get to the back side of this big pile, then I can kind of separate it out and see where I'm at. Should be able to start back here first thing in the morning, and of course it's done too dark, I can't show you how much I got piled up. I've opened this corner up here a good bit. Looks a lot better than it did. There's quite a few standing trees in this corner though. Just glad it's nothing big. So anyway, I'm going to end that one here. Probably just be several short videos on this job, or y'all let me know what y'all'd rather see, I guess. I know, like I've said in the past, I like the longer videos, but then again, they kind of gets monotonous, but I try to show each step of the job, but then sometimes I just feel like videos get too long. But y'all let me know. I appreciate everybody commenting, liking. I still need to get 1,000 subscribers, so if you haven't subscribed and you're always watching these videos, just please subscribe. That once I get to 1,000, you know, I get monetized and whatnot. So, like I said, I appreciate everybody, especially the faithful ones that always are commenting and supporting me. You know, that means a lot, and I don't ever take it for granted. So, appreciate y'all, and y'all have a good evening.